Hello, ladies and gentlemen. Welcome to episode 300. Oh my god, 300. Yes. Of our Explode Your Expert Business show. Welcome to the show. Here is a live stream. If you're watching the replay, make sure you put hashtag replay. If you're listening to the podcast, thank you for listening to our show. It's 300 episodes. Oh my god, I'm so excited. More than 3 years of blood, sweat, and tears gone into the show, and I wanted to do something special for you. So before we get started with the content, because I'm going to talk about what are the top 5 things we have learned from changing and moving our entire event business. We were running more than 80 events a year with our company, more than 200 speaking gigs a year I was doing just on my own, and how we moved it to a very successful online business almost overnight. And then we're going to look at how we actually have structured all our offers and made those changes so you can understand literally behind the scene of GTeX and the work that we do that can inspire you to clarify your business model, creating better converting offers, and so on. I love learning by listening and watching other people. But before we go into that, I want to tell you something, because we have a context right now to celebrate this episode, in particular for the next 7 days. What you will have actually for the next 7 days, what we will give away is going to be we're giving away a lot of different prizes. We're going to give away different prizes daily. Now, in order to win these prizes, so one of the prizes is the entire profile builder course that we are doing. We sell for $1,000. The offer launch accelerator program, that's another $1,000 program to help you launch an offer, a high converting offer. Then also you can win our publicity database. I want you to leave a review on Apple Podcast. The links are in the show notes, and the links are here in the comments. And if you click and leave a review about this show, about what you enjoy, things that you have learned, you can listen to past episode or to this current episode. Then you will have a chance to win the one of these prizes, where we do a raffle at the end of the 7 days. So know that, make sure you know that. And right now, if you're watching or you're listening, there are the links, or if you are now listening on Apple Podcast, immediately just leave a review so then you don't forget about it. Having said that, is time to get started. So as you know, we had these things called COVID. And if you see me looking down, is because I'm opening the live stream also on my phone, so I can see the comments. There you go. And there is this thing called COVID that happened. And guess what happened with COVID? Everyone that was running an event, primarily an event business, then had to turn things online. Everything it needs to be run online. This is no news. It's been around for a while. Probably you're sick and tired of people telling you that you should go online because there is no other place to go. But when COVID hit, we really had to rethink our entire business model. Because it's not that we weren't doing online trainings before. It's not that we didn't have online products, but our aim was to get people online and to get them offline to our events, to our physical training. Our audience was London-based, so it was a much more like physical audience or a geographical audience that we were looking for. And then, boom! That happened. So we had to rethink on our feet. And one thing we knew, for example, is that our clients, they were the kind of people that were buying from us because they didn't like online training. So they said, no, we don't like online training. We want to go train in person. And so I know that about our clients. And so we're thinking, oh, wow. So now we have to restructure our entire business model. We have to make all these changes. And to make all these changes, then we need also to find a way also to make it profitable, because the event conversion and the online conversion, they are two very different beasts. They are two very different words. The way you build a relationship at an event where you meet someone is much quicker, is much more immediate. You have their attention. They are there with you. You can build a relationship faster. When you are online, you don't have no control about what other people are doing, what they're watching, what they're listening, if they're actually attending your webinar but doing something else in the background, like many do. And the retargeting and all the ads, and it was a word that I knew theoretically, and we were playing a bit, but not at the level we're playing now. So there's been a lot of changes that we made, and let me go first with the top 5 lessons that we got. So number one, it was an opportunity to slow down and rethink, and I think that was the first thing that we did. We slowed things down. We didn't make any rush decision. We let our clients know that we were restructuring, we were changing something, but at the same time, we told them that they had to wait at least 15 to 30 days for a complete answer, because at the moment we were restructuring. So the communication went out to our clients. We got thousands of members that are working with us, but at the same time, we didn't want to rush into anything that could break the company, or then we would regret and change things again. So that was number one, taking your time to make that decision. Number two, the second thing that we did and the second thing that we learned was we wanted to find a way to create online training that felt similar and like being in a live event room, that created the same level of connection, the same level of interaction, the bonding between people. Because why do people attend live events where they can watch and listen to that content online and not paying anything and having the saving the hassle from going to one place to another? Why is that? Well, the reason why is that is because there is the element of human connection, of the experience, the real experience. Instead of having just a mental experience, you have a physical experience when you go at a live event. And so what we wanted to find a way is to make sure that people felt the same way. Of course, still we haven't been able to replicate exactly how you feel. That there is, of course, you can't hug people. That's you can hug your camera, but you can't hug people. So we were able to create our training in such an interactive way where a day we were running like full day didn't feel like, oh my god, I want to kill myself, but people actually enjoyed it. And so that was that was the second thing that we did. We looked at how can we transform and create the experience. Because if you think about the experience that your clients or participants will have, guess what? They will come back to you because you are different, because you are better. And then the third thing that we did, we simplified. That was a third big lesson that we got, and a third big thing that we did. Before COVID, we had about 30 to 35 different offers that we were making with GTeX. I'm very creative. I love launching and creating new programs left, right, and center. So when a client was coming to us, we would listen to them and then give them what we thought was the best programs or offers that they had. But it was very difficult to scale because now we had a lot of clients joining at different times. We had clients that were part of the same program but with different deals or with different access to different parts. And it was becoming an organizational nightmare. It was before, and so we decided to streamline things and create a much more streamlined offer product ecosystem, which I'm going to show you in a minute. If you are listening to this on the podcast, because you're listening to the recording, then there will be the YouTube link where you can also, or the Facebook link where you can also watch the video. But if you are here, then stay here because I'm going to show you how we streamlined and create the product ecosystem, which actually makes sense. And this is something that you can do it too. So make things simple. Now we have 5 offers. Oh my God, this is awesome. 5 offers, that's it. Not more than 5. And they're all connected. They're all interconnected. So one offer will lead naturally to the next one, which will lead naturally to the next one, which will lead naturally to the next one. That's the beauty of it. And when you have it, you know that you're in control because you know already what's the next step for your clients is going to be. Instead of having too many options where people might feel lost, and you will feel lost. And I was feeling lost. That's the truth. Even if they were all my programs. And when we had even salespeople that were selling our services and programs, it was very difficult as well for them clarify what they could sell and what they could not and the different variations. So that's number 3. Make it things simple. Number four is then looking at ways to create engagement, because the online world is a very transactional world. Right? It happens quick. It happens with a scroll. You have literally a fraction of a second to get someone attention and to create engagement with that person. The moment they engage with you and you engage with them, now that's the moment where a relationship can build. And so we looked at different ways in which we could create that engagement to sell our online courses, to sell our offers that we have now created. One of the ways in which we did it was to turn our 3-day seminar, was a live 3-day seminar, in a 3-day interactive online event, and creating interaction and fostering interaction member to member. So by the time they were in, we had interactions with them. They were in a room, they were doing activities, and by doing activities, they could engage with us, build more relationship, get results, and then buy the next program. Another thing that we did that worked really well in the launch, really pleased, was the launch of the profile builder, where before we were selling it generally via landing page. There were emails and applications, and there was a webinar that I did, but this time we tried a challenge, and oh my god, it was incredible. We had more than 300 people registering, 200 people active in the challenge, and a really great results for the amount of people that then joined the paid program, the profile builder program. So creating that interaction, creating those meaningful conversation, building those relationship, that relationship with people that will buy 2 months from now, 3 months from now, 10 months from now, 2 years from now even. But we got their attention, and in particular, we created that engagement. So lesson for you is, how can you create more engagement to then get people to say, actually, yes, I would love to work with you. I would love to work with you. I see that you care about me. I would love to listen more to what you are doing and what you're saying. So that's lesson number 4, is to create engagement as much as possible. Create, because engagement then will get people to buy your product and service, whether they are engaged. And when I say engagement, it means watching, listening, reading, interacting, a message, any form of interaction. That's what I consider engagement. It's not just a comment on a post, okay? Because that's not the true measure of engagement. That's one of them. And then the 5th thing, which is the last one, is to be focused on really heavily on increasing the production quality of the courses that we do. So we invested in technology, we invested in new softwares and ways in which we can stand out from the crowd and create more engaging live streams, more engaging trainings, and as simple as with a good microphone, a green screen, which you can use, a light in front of you. That can be like something simple, but we didn't need them before as much. Particularly, not definitely the green screen and all the fancy ways in which to use slides, because we were doing live events. But by doing that, we also raised our bar. And when you have everyone doing the same, when you have someone doing different, something different then stands out. Not definitely at the level of Tony Robbins, very far away from there, but how did Tony Robbins stand out in UPW on the challenge that they were running, investing more than $10 million in this crazy room? It's been brilliant. It's been absolutely brilliant to watch as an experience. So think about what can you do to upgrade the way your clients are consuming your content. Even we are started redoing all our online training, for example, as part of it. All our online courses, they're being reshot at the moment, because we wanted to then reflect with a better quality, so then when someone joins, they can see that instead of having a Zoom recording, they have this. There are some Zoom recordings in there, but they have a higher quality of image, they have a higher quality of experience, and therefore they will feel that we put our heart in that. So these are the 5 things. These are the 5 things that we have done. These are the 5 things that we have learned from slowing down and taking time to reflecting and creating online interactive experiences, simplifying our business, making sure to create engagement with the audiences that we have, and as well having upgrading our technology to cater for a better experience of online training. So these are the 5 things that we did. Now let me show you, and in particular, if you are watching, you can see it. But if you are listening, then you can hear. But I would invite you to check either the Facebook video or the YouTube video, so then you can see what I'm talking about. And it is our methodology and the way we create our product ecosystem. And what I want you to do is to be able to create your product ecosystem too. This is what I'm sharing with you is part of one of our training, which is called the Offer Launch Accelerator, where now we put all we have learned about offers, about conversion in that particular training to create very successful online launches. And that's something that you can win, you can apply for if you want to buy it, but also you can win by submitting your review on Apple Podcast. Let's get going. So you will be able to see right now that there are these slides here that have appeared at the moment. And in the slides, then there is the GTeX methodology. You can see there are 4 pillars here of the GTeX methodology. Pillar number 1 is clarity, which is how we work. This is the way we consolidated the methodology that we work with. Number 1 is clarity, anything related with strategy, team, scalability. Then we have conversion, anything related to product creation, offers, launches, that goes into the conversion. Then you have expansion. This is where you're talking about your audience and the growth that your audience is going to have. So anything about social media marketing, email marketing, and attracting and building new audiences with PR and media. And then we have influence, which is how do you show up with your profile? How do you connect with influencers? How do you get featured on major publications? So these are the 4 things that we are working on. And as we can see here, I mentioned already the importance of the product ecosystem. So what is a product ecosystem? Well, a product ecosystem, let me get back here to the center. A product ecosystem is your customer journey. That's what a product ecosystem is in a nutshell. Is a series of products that you have that make sense and they're linked one to the other. So when your client comes into your ecosystem, into your business, then they have a journey that they can follow, and they can have different entry points to enter that journey depending on where they are. And this is something really important to understand. When you're running your business, you always have 2 audiences, right? You can see here, you always have audience 1 and you always have audience 2. And if you have any question about this, let me know, and I will answer your question right now. But you will always have audience 1 and audience 2. Your audience 1 is your bigger audience, and your audience 2 is the smaller one. Audience 1 is generally, very often, the people that are at the start of their journey compared to what you teach. So in the things that you're an expert in, that the people want to learn from you, they are people that are at the beginning of their journey, that they don't know what they don't know, they haven't experienced, they haven't bought a lot of other programs, or maybe they've bought programs, but they are still at the very beginning. They are still not getting the results they want. That's why they're still looking for something. And then you have the audience 2, which is the second audience, which is just generally the smaller one, which are the people that are more advanced. Now, they have attended all the training, they're really great themselves at what they do, but they come to you because they want that extra details, and they're refining the details and the smaller distinction that make the difference. So these are the difference of the 2 audiences. When you have your offers, you always need to have an offer for an audience and an offer for the other one. Now, if you're starting out, let's say you're at the hobby stage or beginning expert stage, if you know anything, we have 4 stages: the hobby stage, expert stage, influencer stage, and authority stage. So the hobby stage, just focus on one audience, generally the bigger one, and create one product. But then when you're at the expert stage, now you can start adding the second audience, because you will increase the options and the capability of your business, because now you're good at what you do. In particular, if you're at the influencer stage, you must have the second audience, because you will have people that they will always ask, they will always want the finer details, what's the micro details that I can learn from you. And then from this, we have different programs. So we have a program for the first audience, You can see this is the way we have. We have, for example, 3 programs for our first audience. I put them in bracket because at least you need to have one offer for the first audience and then one offer for the second audience. You can see that the other 2 offers for the first audience that we have, they are in brackets because we decided to have 3 offers for the first audience and 1 offer for the second. That's how we stand at the moment. But you can choose to have only 1 and 1, or 2 and 1, or maybe have 1 offer for the first audience, 2 offer for the second. You choose. I just wanted this. That's why I put them in bracket. And then you can see here there is another thing that you can add to increase your maximum, to optimize your conversion, which is a lifetime offer. This is where people will buy from you and they get everything. They get everything that you can sell. This is for us has been one of the highest revenue generating product and offers. Is a thing that also saved our business as well during COVID. And the transition that we had to make, that took a bit of time, because we had a lot of recurring revenues coming in from people buying a lifetime membership. And that helped us having the stability that we needed to then having, all the expenses of the business covered. So then we could then take the time that we needed to, and the investment that we needed to upgrade our business. And the other thing is also we had a lot of capital that was freed up because not running live events anymore meant that we lost a bigger part of the audience or the potential clients and our conversion strategies that we were using. But at the same time, it also meant we were saving about more than 25 or 30 grand a year that we were spending in venues. So that's money that can go into marketing, into team, into operations, and so on. So that's why that's how we were able to adapt. So when you're looking at your product ecosystem, you have audience 1, you have audience 2, which is a smaller one, and then on the bigger audience, which is generally the beginner audience of your in your journey of what you teach or what you're an expert on, you can have 1 or 2 or 3 offers. And then you have 1 or 2, I think if you have one offer for audience 1, one other offer of audience 2, you have already a good business. Because now what you're focusing on, instead of like doing, that was a mistake that I made in the past, of creating consistently new programs, then we can optimize and get more people in the programs that we already have and create a more sustainable and easier to scale business. It's not even less sustainable because at the same time, I don't want to kill my creativity. No, I love creating things, and but I decided to create things within these programs. So it's not that my creativity took a hit. It's just more channeled in making our programs and offers existing one even better and experiencing creative ways to attract more people to those offers instead of spending that time to create new offers. So that has been the decision that we have made. I'll show you right now. We have 2 audiences. This is how this relates at the moment. And again, if you have any questions, just let me know and I will answer the questions that you have. We have the 2 audiences. We have the hobby to expert audience, which is the 0 to 100K, and then we have the influencer audience. We have the people that are already great in their business. They are influencers in their field. We have a core group of clients that are part of that of that category, where we help them in particular tweak the conversion and looking at how they are scaling their business, how they are growing their team, how they are making sure that they have the tight processes and systems and so on. And that's where the influencer audience, that's what the influencer audience wants. Is smaller than the bigger audience because the hobby to expert are way more people there than than people in the £100,000 market. And that's a market as well that we have entered. I think was that like last year in a group program. Before it was mainly one-to-one clients. They will see me speak at events. They say, I want to do what you do. I said, okay, let's work with me one-to-one. So that was before, but now we have a proper like group and community of influencers that are going through that program. So now we have the three offer. Then we have for audience 1, which is the hobby to expert, the 0 to 100K, is the offer launch accelerator to help them refine the business strategy and launch an offer, which is actually what we are launching at the moment and what we are offering and doing a launch on at the moment and opening. So if you want to refine your business strategy and create a launch and offer and you are less than 100K mark in business, this is for you. We will do that. And if you have an audience, if you don't have an audience, we will help you build it. and sell out your offer. So you've done this for 31 times now, and it is an incredible program. So make sure that you apply. So let me know if you want to join. And then we have the profile builder program, and the profile builder is if you're looking at if you remember the GTeX method that I said before, is about growth and expansion of your audience, and as well your the expansion that you have, the influence. How do you show up, and now you become more influential in your field? And that's a 6 months long program. And then we have the ultimate expert program, a year long program, where you can find everything you need to grow your business in one place. We help you we help you set up your webinars. If you want to run seminars and you want to run them, your seminars, your social media strategy, your branding, your business strategy. If you want to get corporate clients, we help you get into corporate, and as well create all your product ecosystem, what we are talking about right now. We help you create a high converting offer, teach you how to sell. So everything is in one place to become the ultimate experts, because to have and to be to have a business which you get like a 20,000, 50,000, maybe 70,000, or even 100,000 a year, you don't need a lot of these elements. You might need one or a few of them. But if you want to be the ultimate expert, stand out, so then you can be an authority, an influencer, and then an authority in your field, then your business needs to be more complex. It's not that you need to be more complex. The wrong thing. It's not that your business needs to be more complex. It needs there are more moving pieces of the puzzle of your business and more places where you need to be to have that influence, because then the more people you have, the stronger your operation are going to be. But the bigger the game, the bigger the publication you want to be featured in, the bigger podcast you want to be featured in, the biggest the joint ventures you want to be featured in. And so you need to be able to be versatile. One of the things I'm really grateful for, going back to the ultimate expert, is that I can do almost everything. You put me on a stage, I can go and do on a stage. I can do a keynote. I can be an MC. I can facilitate. I can run online training. I can run webinars, and that's great, because no matter where a client wants to put me, or what opportunities there are, I'm able to take them. I'm able to apply for them. I'm able to be relevant and do a great job. It took time. I've been now doing this for 8.5 years, and I love experimenting and testing new ways. So that's why I was able to become good in so many aspects. But it also made me more valuable in the market. It made me stand out more from other people that can do only one thing. There are some people that are great online. You put them on a stage, they know what to do. Some people are great on a stage. You put them a laptop in front of them, they don't even know where to turn it on. So it's important to have that flexibility, and that's where the Ultimate Expert program comes in. And then we have the influencer program for the audience that is 100,000 plus, that they are more interested into audience growth, scalability, tightening up processes and system, in particular increasing, that's what we are really good at, the tweaks to increase the conversion and the conversion maximization. That's what we do in that program, which is a 6 months group program that can be extended also for a year. And then we have the lifetime membership. If someone says, you know what, I want to join you for whatever you do, we say, okay, we take you from the journey from hobby to influencer, and buckle up for the ride. And so they will pay us more money, but they have everything included. Whatever we do is included in the lifetime membership. And so that's how we've been able to build our business. That's our product ecosystem. So now the question is, what's yours? If you have one, please let me know. I would love to know from that. If you don't have one, use this as an inspiration. I use them to create our one, and that's what got me thinking about our product ecosystem recently. Was and the changing and simplifying was a training with Taki Moore. I watched one of his webinars. He was explaining the way he was working. Make sure to check him out, Taki Moore. He does incredible work, in particular, like with coaches, consultants, helping them grow their business. And I've watched his training, and I said, you know what? I need to simplify things. I need to simplify things. So this is the right time to simplify it, and that's how we've been able to use this. So everything I'm teaching, I've learned it. It's not that I come with a gift of, oh my God, I just wake up one day and now I know all the secret of business. but I love to share what I learn. I love to share what I learn, and I'm really good at teaching it and putting frameworks around it. And so that's your product ecosystem. And if you want to create one, because now we have created for us, we've created now for hundreds of our clients during this process. So I would love to do it for you, and make sure you let me know. And that's part of the offer launch accelerator that we are doing. So I'll put the links in the show notes, and I'll put the links under the video so you can check it out. And if that's for you, then make sure you apply. Having said that, this is the behind the scene of GTeX. This is how we work. This is how we get people in. And actually, let me show you, because as I mentioned, actually before, I said that in the product ecosystem, you have one program feeding into the next one, right? So you have this is your customer journey. So I know that people that are joining our courses, they will want to, first of all, they might join to launch their offer, or they might want to build their profile. I know these are the two reasons why people join us. One, they want to be known, and the other one, they want to have more clients. So the offer launch accelerator helps them to get more clients. The profile builder helps them to be known. The ultimate expert program helps them to put all a great business together, stand out from the crowd, and make it sustainable. So it's the long-term push that they're doing. And I know someone joins the offer launch accelerator or the profile builder program. My aim is to get them to the ultimate expert program. That's my aim, because I know that's where we can be more effective and we can help them with them long term in the entire cycle of the business, not just in one area. But sometimes it's too much for people. Like they might not know me, or say they need to build that relationship. So what I will do, we do the challenge. We use the challenge to sell the profile builder. From the profile builder, we say, hey, would you like now to join the offer launch accelerator? And then from the offer launch accelerator, they will come to the ultimate expert program. Or from the profile builder, we'll tell them, hey, why don't you join straight the ultimate expert program? Sometimes they will join the offer launch accelerator, and we will get them directly to the ultimate expert program. They say no to that, say, why don't you join the profile builder? So now you can see that I know, depending on where someone is in their journey, I know already where they're going to go next. And if someone is an influencer, we'll have a chat, and then they join the influencer program. That's straight away. It's more conversation. There are no funnels there. It's mainly built on relationships that we have. People that have seen me around, they say, I love the stuff that you do. I would love to have that. I need to increase my conversion. I want to be featured on Forbes, Entrepreneur Magazine, all the rest. And I'm already at the 100K mark. Great. Let's get started with that. And then if they join, then my aim is to get them into the lifetime membership. So that's it. That's how we work here at GTeX. So I would love to think about how can you put this in place. Think about how you can put this strategy in place, because it's going to make a huge difference in your business. Now, as I mentioned, this was a special episode. It was a celebration. I've never done this before. I literally shared the behind the scene of our model in our podcast. That generally is done only in our courses and trainings that we run, but not on the podcast. And let me know what have you learned from this. And also remember that you have the prizes that you can win, because in particular for the next 7 days, where we are launching the episode 300, to celebrate, you can win access either to the profile builder program, to the offer launch accelerator, or to the publicity database that we have, which is a database of more than 500 publications. It's a database of more than 200 different podcasts. So that will help you as well building your profile and grow your visibility. The only thing you got to do to win that is to go on iTunes. There is the link for our show. Leave a review, leave a comment, let us know what you enjoyed about the show. If it's a past episode, maybe you've been following and listening for a while, been running for 3.5 years, do that. Let us know how this podcast impacted your life and your business. If you are new to the show, then base this on the show, on this episode. Let me know what you enjoyed the most. So thank you very much for being with us for this 300 episode. It is a very emotional moment, and I'm looking forward to seeing you in the next 300 episodes. Thank you for being a huge part of this community. Thank you for being with us. We do this for you so then you can grow your business, and we will keep doing that. So, again, thank you very much and have a fantastic day. And always remember that together we grow exponentially. Ciao.